Now is the senator himself. Senator Cotton, welcome back to Washington Watch.
Hey, Tony, it's good to be back on with you.
Let's start first with the latest crisis, the crisis of brinkmanship, I guess, that the showmanship that's taking place with Democrats and Republicans. Have the Democrats overplayed their hand on this?
Tony, the Democrat behavior over the last 48 hours has been truly disgraceful. They twice blocked the Senate from even debating this rescue package, Tony, even starting a debate. They weren't voting on the bill itself. They were voting against even having a debate. And the reason is they don't have anything to say in that debate because they are currently putting at risk the lives and the jobs and the lifetime of retirement savings of millions of Americans so they can push an ideological wish list. Nancy Pelosi's bill has been released now for the whole world to see. Look what they want, Tony.
Yeah.
They want all airplanes to be carbon neutral by 2025. I bet that doesn't apply to Nancy Pelosi's private plane, and I know it has nothing to do with stopping this deadly virus. They want to mandate sweeping changes to all 50 states' election laws so they can be just like California. And these, remember, are by the partisan geniuses that couldn't even count their own votes in the Iowa Democratic caucuses. They want to spend $35 million on an opera house in Washington for Nancy Pelosi's rich friends at a time when millions of Americans have lost their jobs and are worried about how to put food on the table for kids who can't go to school at a time when everybody's fearful of getting a deadly illness as well. This is totally disgraceful, and it has to stop.
But Senator Cotton, Nancy Pelosi says it's the Republicans that are doing this. I want to play a clip. She was on CNBC's Squawk on the Street with Jim Cramer. This is what she had to say in part.
But if it has poison pills in it, and they know certain things are poison pills, and then they don't want unanimous consent. They just want an ideological statement.
She's saying that the Republicans in the Phase 3 coronavirus, the CARE Act, they're poison pills. Getting aid to the families of the country, that's a poison pill?
Yeah. So Tony, what this bill does is try to rush emergency relief into the hands of America's workers and families and our businesses to give them a lifeline through this crisis. Remember, the Democrats have been on the Senate floor the last couple of days yelling and screaming about bailouts. This is not a bill that's bailing out anyone. It is about our families surviving and giving a lifeline to business. There's not a single business, whether it's a sole proprietor working on the streets selling sandwiches or the most giant corporation who is at fault here. The Chinese Communist Party is the only one at fault. No one's at fault here in America. We're trying to help families survive, and we're trying to help those businesses survive as well, because guess who they employ?
Right.
Workers who support families. Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer and the Democrats have now delayed this legislation for 2 days. And I can tell you, I have had several Arkansas business owners who have been calling me and texting me and saying, I'm going to have to lay off workers tomorrow if I'm not certain that this relief is coming. And I'm pleading with them to just hold what you got, dip into your savings. It's going to happen. Just let us get over this needless obstruction from Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, and the Democrats.
But that's what's at stake. I'm talking to people throughout the day that are being laid off. Businesses they can't sustain being shut down, not having business to carry the payroll.
I hear the same thing, Tony, and people understand you can't get blood from a stone. If you're a restaurant operating on a 2 or 3% margin and you now have no business at all whatsoever, there is literally no cash to pay your cooks and your waiters and waitresses and your bartenders. There's nothing.
Yeah.
They understand that. A lot of these small businesses are kind of like extended families. And I've been on wrenching phone calls with Arkansans who are just sick to their heart of having to lay off their workers or close their doors. And we are trying to get them a lifeline so we can get through the next 4, 8, or 12 weeks, however long it takes to get on the backside of the worst of this pandemic. Mm-hmm. And the Democrats continue to obstruct this legislation because they want to achieve long-standing and unpopular ideological wish list items.
When do you think the Senate will come to an agreement to even have a debate and then a vote?
Well, under our normal procedures, Tony, we would have a vote tomorrow on Wednesday. I hope that the Democrats are coming to their senses as we speak, and they will agree to waive some of those procedural hurdles and go straight to the debate tonight so we can pass this bill. Look, if we can pass this bill on Tuesday night, I believe the House of Representatives will just have a voice vote. They do not want to bring their members back into session with this pandemic reaching the halls of Congress. They'll allow their members to issue statements for the record about how they would have voted, and it can go straight to the president. So it could be on the president's desk for signature just in a matter of hours after it's passed out of the Senate if Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, and the Democrats will simply stop the partisan gamesmanship and stand with the American people.
Well, Senator, you hear that music. We're out of time. We didn't even get to the issue of the pharmaceutical issue in China, how we're dependent upon them in the supply chain. That's another topic we've got to cover because it affects the current crisis. Now's the time to address it. You have legislation to do that. We're going to get you back on to talk more about that as that legislation moves forward. Senator, thanks so much for taking time to join us.